The camera market is on fire right now. For years, we have seen a race for speed. Everyone wanted faster frames and better video. But in this race, a legend was left behind. The high-resolution king was missing. Photographers have been waiting in the shadows for nearly 2 years. They asked one question: did Nikon give up on the Z7 line? The answer is a massive no. Nikon wasn't giving up. They were planning a revolution. They were building a monster. Get ready, because the Nikon Z7 III is finally here to reclaim its throne. For a long time, the Nikon Z8 was the star of the show. It was fast, powerful, and affordable. It was so good that it almost killed the need for a Z7 update. If Nikon had released a small upgrade in 2024, it would have failed. It would have been hidden in the shadow of the Z8. But Nikon is smarter than that. They took a strategic pause. They watched the market. They saw the gaps. They decided to stop trying to make a camera that does everything. Instead, they decided to make the ultimate tool for the photography purist. The biggest reason for the delay wasn't just marketing. It was business. Nikon made a move that shocked the world. They bought Red Digital Cinema. This changed everything. Nikon engineers had to stop what they were doing. They had to learn how to put Hollywood color into a mirrorless body. They needed time to fuse these two worlds together. This delay was a gift to photographers. It turned a simple update into a technological leap. The Z7 III is no longer just a camera. It is a specialized masterclass in image quality. Let's talk about the heart of this beast. The sensor is a game-changer. Most brands are chasing stacked sensors for speed. Stacked sensors are great for sports, but they have a secret. They often sacrifice a bit of dynamic range. Nikon said enough to that. For the Z7 III, they chose purity over speed. They partnered with Tower Jazz to create a 67.5 megapixel monster. Some leaks even suggest prototypes reached 80 megapixels. This is a non-stacked sensor. Why? Because it offers over 15 stops of dynamic range. It gives you the cleanest shadows and the smoothest highlights. It is designed to fight medium format cameras and win. This camera is for the person who wants to see every leaf on a tree. It is for the studio pro who needs to print on a billboard. With a native base ISO of 64, the image clarity is breathtaking. To handle this much data, Nikon built the X8 processor. This is the brain the world has been waiting for. It processes huge files without breaking a sweat. You get 10 frames per second with a mechanical shutter. That might sound slow compared to a Z9, but remember, these are massive 14-bit RAW files. It is more than enough for high-end fashion or a crashing wave at sunrise. Focus is the next big hurdle. When you have 70 megapixels, you can't afford to miss. Even a tiny error looks like a huge mistake. Nikon solved this by giving the Z7 III the DNA of the Z9. It uses a deep learning AI autofocus system. It has 493 focus points that track everything. It locks onto eyes, birds, and cars instantly. It works even when the light is fading away. You can shoot wide open with a fast lens and never worry. You can focus on your art while the camera focuses on the subject. But don't think this is just a stills camera. The Red acquisition changed the DNA here. The Z7 III produces oversampled 8K video at 30 frames per second. It gives you uncropped 4K at 60. But the real magic is the red color science. It comes with red cinematic profiles built right in. It supports internal 10-bit ProRes RAW. This means your video will look like a movie. For commercial pros, this is a dream. You can shoot a high-res campaign and a cinematic commercial with the same tool. The footage has that distinct Hollywood glow. Stability is the final piece of the puzzle. High-resolution sensors hate tiny shakes. One microjitter can ruin a 70-megapixel shot. To fix this, Nikon built a new 5-axis stabilization system. It gives you up to 8 stops of compensation. This is huge. It means you can leave the heavy tripod at home. You can shoot handheld in the dark and still get tack-sharp results. It allows for slow shutter speeds that were once impossible for a camera like this. It is freedom for the landscape photographer. The build quality is exactly what you expect from Nikon. It has a deep, comfortable grip and a rugged magnesium body. It is fully weather-sealed to survive the desert or the rain. The viewfinder is a high-def OLED with zero blackout. It feels like looking through glass. For storage, you get a CF Express Type B slot for speed and an SD slot for backup. It is a professional setup through and through. The Nikon Z7 III is expected to launch in late summer or early fall of 2026. The price is the most shocking part. Leaks suggest it will retail for around $3,499. This is an aggressive move. Nikon is putting medium format quality into the hands of every pro photographer. This camera isn't just an update. It is a statement. It proves that Nikon is still the king of high-resolution photography. My opinion. The Nikon Z7 III is the most exciting camera of 2026. While the Z8 and Z9 are amazing, they are do-it-all tools. The Z7 III feels different. It feels like a return to the soul of photography. By choosing a non-stacked sensor, Nikon is prioritizing the look of the image over the speed of the camera. The integration of RED technology is the ultimate bonus. This camera will likely become the gold standard for landscape, architecture, and studio photographers for the next 5 years. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.